still sip that drink, bro. You're not doing him a service. Like at this point, this nigga is walking around with 1 HP. That shit's blinking in the red, bro. Like, I don't know. This nigga, like, bro, all it takes is for his ass to trip, bro. Gravity's gonna pull his shit down, and that might be it. One of the biggest rappers in 2024, 2025. If you know, you know. But anyways, today we got a reaction video on This Overweight Rapper Is in Danger by Jabari. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Dave Blunts be saying the most out-of-pocket shit known to man. Hey, if he's your cup of tea, he's your cup of tea, but hey, he'd be tweaking. But anyway, let's get into the reaction video.
Now, Dave Blunts is a rapper who's blown up right now, but it's not for the reasons you'd expect. No controversy, no beef, no scandals. Instead, the internet can't stop talking about one thing: his weight. I'm sure a lot of people have seen the clips or heard the chatter, and if not, don't worry, I'm going to enlighten you on exactly what's going on. Dave Blunts is a 23-year-old rapper from Salt Lake City, Utah, who's been steadily making waves online. While his music is gaining attention, it's his weight that's become the centerpiece of the conversation, sparking memes, debates, and plenty of reactions across social media. Now let's talk about Dave Blunts for a second. He's a 23-year-old guy who comes out of Salt Lake City, Utah, is definitely going viral.
This nigga got a double cup. Yeah, some niggas are just not serious, bro. There's no way. You're telling me you're pushing 600 pounds at least, and you out here sipping that pink, I said pink, purple drink, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That has to be a double negative at that point. It's like, how are people in your circle giving you the green light to do that? Shit's crazy, man.
Right now, and Salt Lake City isn't a place you typically associate with hip-hop. Dave's journey into rap isn't your typical story. He's been dropping tracks that show...
I'm gonna lie to you, bro, look like a beanbag chair. Bro. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you go by, please don't do this to your body. And there might be some things behind closed doors that led to him getting this big, but at the end of the day, it's not worth it. You're messing with your health.
So a lot of raw talent, and his unique delivery and personality have started to catch the attention of hip-hop fans across platforms. But while his music is undeniably making waves, his appearance is what's really got people talking. Now, Dave Blunts stands out because he doesn't fit the image of what we expect most rappers to look like. Now, Dave Blunts is a fella that's bigger than usual, and that's something that he's proudly representing. You might have noticed the inhaler that he was hitting right before he started rapping, and that particular clip started making waves around summertime. At that point, he was just starting to surface. And then sometime after that, this clip started going viral.
Lyrics. That's the first clip. I was going crazy about Dave Blunts, bro. Shit. Yeah, bro's mental is different. That's all I gotta say.
Blunts has been making a lot of headlines. The most notable story happened a few days ago, and it involves Dave Blunts performing at Juice WRLD Day in Chicago.
Is that an oxygen tank? Bro. That's not sustainable.
It happened a few days ago, and it involves Dave Blunts performing at Juice WRLD Day in Chicago. Now, this wasn't your average performance. Some might say that it wasn't a performance at all. That's because Dave Blunts took the stage sitting down, accompanied by an oxygen tank.
Hey, Chicago, do y'all have a problem with me sitting down on the stage? Exactly.
Damn. I know Snoop told him to lose weight, but bro, it's like the middle part of that chair, not chair, but couch, bro. It's collapsed. Nah.
So the oxygen
Nah,
tank
you
was
can't
directly
make this
tied to
shit
his
up.
health, which has been a huge topic of discussion, especially because it's related to him being overweight. And that's the core of why he's causing so many headlines right now. Now, Dave didn't hold back during this particular performance. He specifically addressed Snoop Dogg, who had recently hopped on social media, to make some slick comments about his weight. And this is what Snoop Dogg had to say. Well, put down the chicken wings and tie the chips, nephew, and that chair gonna break soon. Get to the end of the cup. And that's a
Damn.
reference to a song where he says, I can't
That's
put down
tough
a
love
cup,
right
I can't
there.
put down a cup. So he said what he said because Snoop hopped on social media and made these comments about his weight. So he was essentially responding to Snoop saying, hey, get off my... Don't you worry about me. I think if Snoop actually wanted to help, he would have obviously personally messaged him and been like, hey, come out to LA, I got you for a week or two on a personal trainer, whatever, right? He would have messaged him and reached out to him personally and not said what he said on Instagram. And since it's Snoop Dogg, I'm sure he was, probably high off his mind, right? What's the likelihood that Snoop Dogg is high? Type in this comment, you tell me.
10
Now, this
out
is
of
not
10
the most
days.
worrying aspect
I
of
said
this
10 out
story.
of 10
It's just
days.
one of them. I mean, first
7
of
out
all,
of
Dave
10
Blunt
days.
is an artist,
A
so
week.
he's supposed to be able
My
to,
dumb
at the
ass.
very least, perform his songs without having to sit down. Him not being able to sit down is just a reflection of the poor health the guy is in. And I hate to be the guy who's stating the obvious, but he does need to lose some weight. I think we all can agree on that. Not for anyone's validation, but for his own sake. I can't say for certain how much Dave Blunt weighs, but he appears to be at least 500 pounds, which is far beyond the...
At this point, I'm thinking this nigga is a social experiment, bro. Like this might be his addition for the next season of my 600-pound life because there's no way any sane human would want to balloon to that weight. And I understand there's people that have conditions that they can't control their weight. And I can understand there's people that grow up in households that your folks let you eat everything and anything out there. But I don't even think maybe the latter. Nah, that shit crazy. And this nigga's grown now, bro. And he's doing lean.
the BMI range for a healthy adult male. So, if anything, the conversation around Dave Blunt's weight comes from a place of concern, at least for some people. It's what everyone is saying, and honestly, it makes sense. This isn't all that different from when we watched Juice WRLD rap about drugs. We saw how his lifestyle affected him in real life, and many fans were pleading with him to lay off the substances because they knew it would catch up to him. Sadly, we all know how that story ended. Just like with Juice, destructive behavior, whether it's substance abuse or ignoring serious health risks, can have devastating consequences. In Dave's case, the concern is about his weight and the toll it could take on his long-term health, which is a very real thing. Apart from the video of Dave Blunt using an oxygen tank, there's another clip that I found deeply concerning. And in this particular video, Dave is seen sitting on...
Nah, that shit's crazy. Don't be lame
Check
and do
this out.
drugs,
I'm going to
bro.
show you how I afforded this
Ain't
car.
worth it.
Okay, you ready? All right,
Hey,
$118
everybody gotta get
for
paid.
car insurance.
Shit.
Now, if this was any other artist, we would have probably not thought twice about it. The perspective would have probably been, hey, maybe they just overexerted themselves during a particular intense performance, but given the context of Dave's story, it definitely raises some alarms. And honestly, it's quite sad to see this. I know that memes like these are flying around.
It has to be an addition, not an addition, an audition for the next season, bro, because there's no way this nigga does not care about his life. Like that, like, bro.
Dave Blunt.
What are
And
you
another one
doing?
is a post of the Spotify Wrapped results, and Dave is taking up half the space on the screen. And another one is Peter Griffin from Family Guy getting carried from his couch on a forklift. And another one is just straight up hateful. I mean, take a look at this. Trash fat of a rapper, Dave Blunt, gets on a beat and lies about effing someone's bit. We all know sex is not feasible for his build. To be fair, there's plenty of overweight guys out here who are,
Listen,
getting...
bro, raw wave, man. Raw wave. You be seeing him pull the baddest. As long as you got a little coin, you should be alright. You can get some.
more play than you would ever think they are actually getting. I know some of them So this person is obviously projecting based on their own limitations. Honestly, this story is nothing but sad, and I'm having a really hard time finding any of this funny. Maybe I'm getting too old, or maybe I just don't see this type of story as entertainment. Watching another man, especially a man who's this young, reach a point where his health is visibly deteriorating and is turned into a spectacle for the internet is more tragic than anything. Honestly, this is not really that comical to me. First of all, this guy is incredibly talented. I've listened to some of his music and he's definitely memorable. As far as his lyrical content goes, he still has some growing to do, but that's something that will come with time. That is, of course, if he doesn't end up seriously ill or injured due to the limitations that come. I mean, we all know the health risks that come with being obese in general. These include increased risk of heart disease, high blood pressure.
All that weight, it's putting a lot of strain on his heart. You know, high blood pressure, diabetes. It ain't worth it. It really is.
Type 2 diabetes, joint pain and mobility issues, sleep apnea and breathing difficulties, higher likelihood of strokes, certain types of cancer, mental health related conditions as well, such as depression and anxiety. And the list goes on. But this is something we already know, just like how the average person understands that going to the gym can fight disease, increase your lifespan, and improve your overall quality of life. Yet most people don't do
Shorty
it.
got
Why?
no
Because
handles.
it's not easy to do.
Ass.
And that's the funny thing about life. What comes easy usually isn't good for you, and what's good for you never comes easy. It's a harsh truth, but it's one that applies to almost everything, from health to success. And also, as for the responses to this entire thing, people are very, very, very cruel. And honestly, like, some of these comments are just ridiculous. I hate Dave Blunt's gluttonous, disgusting, huge. Someone needs to dart him with Ozempic on stage.
Alright, bro. Nah, they trying to tranquilize that nigga like a bear, bro. That shit crazy. No, but there's a difference between hate and constructive criticism. And this is just straight up hate. The thing about it is, like, bro, there's a lot of bigger artists like Lizzo, Rod Wave, and we clown them all the time. But the thing about, I'll say Lizzo, even though, you know, she was claiming big girl body positivity and she wants to lose weight and shit, which is contradicting herself, at least she's putting in the effort to lose weight. Regardless of all that other stuff that she did and is out there, at least she put in the effort. Raw Wave, Dave Blunts, man, you gotta get to it.
Now, these types of comments are obviously coming from people who are not very concerned about him, but people who are projecting their own insecurities on the guy. It's one thing to say, I hope he takes care of his health by losing weight, but it's another thing to say this fat, obese bastard needs to lose some damn weight, okay? Two different things. One is helpful, another one is
Purple
straight up
stuff.
hateful. Most people in this world are not
Crazy.
confident in who they are. And so when they see another person who might not be doing that well, they try to break them down because that person is a reflection of what they see in themselves. And here's the thing, you're not going to be able to shame another person into changing. Real change only happens when someone is ready to make that decision for themselves. Another key aspect of the story is the fact that we have rappers blowing up because of things like this.
It's like, I do apologize if I'm pausing a little bit too frequently, but come on, bro. His marketing team, he's just circled, bro. Are y'all niggas brain dead? Dead ass purple stuff. This dude is too big to have a lean gut. I mean, a lean belly or lean gut, whatever. Bro, he has I don't even know. He has like a quadruple XL lean belly, bro. Put the cup down. Whoever is letting him still sip that drink, bro, you're not doing him a service. Like, at this point, this nigga is walking around with 1 HP. That shit's blinking in the red, bro. Like, I don't know. This nigga, like, bro, all it takes is for his ass to trip, bro. Gravity's gonna pull his shit down, and that might be it. Like, one crazy wind, bro. If that wind is breezing, he fall over, it's over. That's RIP right there. Like it's that bad. It really is. And you have to really question who's letting him do this. But at the end of the day, you have to understand change comes when somebody wants to change. It's as simple as that. If that person does not want to change, then you can't help them. It doesn't matter what they do. They can go on a diet, go to rehab. You see it all the time. Even on My 600 Pound Life, they're getting all that help, and there's still people that don't change their ways, and they ultimately pass away. He's on the verge of having a short life. Being big and doing drugs, bro, that's a case closed right there. But yeah, he's gonna have to want to change on himself if he wants to change his life.
I mean, think about it. I'm not talking about Dave Blunts because of his music. His music serves as the background to his name, but even then, it's not his name that's in the spotlight. It's the fact that he's overweight. That says a lot about the state of music today. We've known this for a while, but the music industry nowadays isn't about raw talent, making people feel something with your music, or creating a lasting impact. It's about feeding into gimmicks, sadly. And that's not to say those other things don't exist, because they obviously do, but it's rare for someone to get this level of attention without having some sort of controversy spectacle or viral moment attached to their name. I wish things could have been different, but the way social media operates, fueling an artist's name through shock value and trends, I honestly don't think this dynamic is going to change anytime soon.
On that
One thing I'm
halo
learning
like
from this
blunt,
particular
bro.
story is how
That's
important it is to
crazy.
prioritize your health above everything else. Whether it's money, fame, attention, or especially clout, none of those things even combined outweigh the importance of taking care of yourself. For someone like Dave Blunts, I'm sure it's especially difficult because the very reason he's getting all this attention is tied to his deteriorating health. It's a double-edged sword. This reminds me a lot of Ice Spice, which we've talked a lot about on his channel. Part of the reason why she initially blew up was because of her physical appearance. Let's be real, a big reason why Ice Spice got so much attention was because of her body. But now part of the reason why she's starting to fade away is because she essentially lost all that ass.
Shit crazy, man. Old Spice over New Spice. But hey, it's her body, her choice.
had, right?
Performing on the biggest stage in the world was just one step in my
Another
journey.
ad. Hey, like I
Hi,
said
I'm
before,
Ronnie, and I teach
get your bag.
In Ice Spice's case, something I'll dive into more in an upcoming video, she made a decision that was best for her, and honestly, for that reason, I can respect Ice Spice. If there's one takeaway from her story, it's that just because people praise you for looking a certain way doesn't mean you can't choose a different path, even if that choice involves losing some of the attention.
And
Your
that's
health and
valid.
well-being should always come first. For Dave Blunts, he's the only one who can take responsibility for switching up his habits, and that obviously includes putting the cup down. If he wants to have a fruitful and long-lasting career, his health has to be the priority. To be honest, the only thing that could hold him back right now is his health, because he has momentum and the media is paying attention to him. If he gets his health in check, it's like knocking out two birds in one stone. He takes control of his future and
Bro, who did that? They have this nigga free falling from the sky, bro. Oh,
ensures he's around to reap the rewards of his hard
like a
work and
beach
talent.
ball, bro.
I
Come
encourage
on,
everyone
man.
out there to prioritize
Y'all doing
their
too
health
much.
over everything. I don't care how much money you have. If your health is not in check, you're not going to be able to live a good life. Fact. And this particular story is about someone going viral for the wrong reasons. And despite the situation, I genuinely hope two things for Dave Blunts. First, that he stays healthy enough to keep capitalizing on all the opportunities he has right now, because that's not really guaranteed, especially in his condition. Let's just be honest, right? And second, that he eventually takes some of that rap money and invests it back into himself. Because at the end of the day, you are your own biggest asset. Not your brand, not your fame, but you as a human being. There's absolutely nothing more important than that. For me, that's the real takeaway of this story, and I hope it resonates with you as well. Anyway, if you made it this far, that means that you enjoyed this video, so drop a like on it. I appreciate you for the like. Thank you. Also, if you're new here, my name is Blackie Speaks. Welcome to the family. We got more room here.
That was a great video by Blackie Speaks, but yeah, it just boils down to if you want change in your life, it starts with you. You can have anybody in your corner, but if you just don't listen and you just don't care, they can't do nothing for you. It starts with you. Because I ain't trying to have none of y'all, bruh, not be able to run at least 10 meters without feeling like you're finna die, bruh. Because this is insane. This dude, bruh, he rolls around with a wheelchair. Not a wheelchair, but an electric, scooter type shit with a ventilator and an oxygen tank. Nah, that ain't right. He can't even breathe air properly, bro. Don't ever let it get this bad. But yeah, it starts with you, man. Good video from Black Speaks. And y'all take care, man.